Hi, my name is Allison, and today I want to share with you some information gathered from a course called The Science of Well-Being. And this is a course that I had the pleasure of taking online for free with Dr. Laurie Santos at Yale University. So the course is called Science of Well-Being. And essentially, what this course offers is the science of what makes us happy. So I think a very common human condition is that we think we know a lot of things that make us happy. And it turns out that these things really only make us happy in the moment. But it doesn't really provide us with a feeling of long-lasting wellness or happiness. And so it turns out people are so motivated to increase happiness in their lives that this course is actually the most popular course taught at Yale University. So The Science of Well-Being, taught by Dr. Laurie Santos. So my goal is really just to share some of these findings. And the first one I want to focus on today is what's called focusing on your signature strengths. And so what do I mean by this? Well, everyone has strengths. It just kind of comes with being alive. And for some people, that is easier for us to see in ourselves than it is for others. For a lot of us, it's really difficult to see our own strengths. And so to start, I'd like to encourage you to just take a moment to reflect on whatever comes to mind as a strength. So perhaps you know that you are kind or generous or intelligent. So just take a moment to kind of reflect on that for yourself. And I will say a really great tool if you are having a hard time thinking of your strengths. There is a quiz offered on the website of the VIA Institute on Character, and I'll put a link below so that you can go take the quiz if you like. It's super cool. It lays out a bunch of different strengths. And so once you kind of have an idea of let's say the top 3 strengths of yours, the idea is that the more often we can use our strengths in our daily life, the happier we will be, which kind of makes sense when you think about it. It's like when we are given opportunities to live with our more aligned self and to be able to do things that we're good at and experience things that we enjoy, which are our strengths, right? We experience more happiness in our life. And so just to give you an example, one of my top strengths that I got after taking the quiz was appreciation of beauty and excellence. And to me, I was like, oh my gosh, of course, because I'm always that person who, when I'm going on a walk, I'll often stop just to admire a beautiful tree or flower or even a house that I find particularly visually pleasing. And so there are many ways I can incorporate this strength into my day-to-day life. So one of them is just taking a walk and actually taking the time to look at things that I enjoy. Another one is I go online and I like to look at art. I like to look at pictures that I just find beautiful. Another example is just really enjoying time with my nieces. And they're babies, so I love, even just like gazing at them and realizing how beautiful they are as young living beings. So there are many ways you can use your strengths. Just to give you a few more examples, perhaps your strength is a love of learning. This could look like listening to a podcast or asking questions of your friends and your coworkers just to get a different perspective on something. Reading the news, taking a class. Another one could be humor. If you have a great sense of humor, how can you bring that more into your day? Trying to make others laugh. especially, in this day and age with everything that's going on. Humor can be a really, really powerful tool, not just for you and yourself, but for others around you. And so the more we can tap into these strengths and use them on a regular basis, the more centered and aligned we'll feel. And in turn, the more happy and contentment we'll feel. And so just a challenge for you for this week or longer if you like. I encourage you to first of all, write down your strengths. So maybe stick to the top 3 or top 5. It's up to you. But write them down so that you can remind yourself of them. And then every day, just take note of how you are using your strengths. So this could look like just having a weekly calendar and just writing down at the end of the day, I used XYZ strength today. Or if you are a writer and you want to write more, perhaps journaling about how you are using your strengths every day, and maybe brainstorming ways that you could make more opportunities to use your strengths. So I hope this was helpful. I will definitely be posting more videos on other things that make us happy in the long run. And again, this is based off of Dr. Laurie Santos's research in the course of Science of Well-Being. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.